Yo, Dobra, Brodio. Yo, Brodio. It's the Golden Age live cast. It ain't no drive cast here in the Blue House. Here's how we get down now. We get down. Hey, yo. Welcome to another. That was my hair. uh, Live edition al fresco of this here, the Golden Age podcast. I think spontaneously we decided on our way back from the gig we were supposed to do comedies tonight, but the comedies didn't work out. It got canceled for whatever reason, and I had a set ready. So my first idea was like, hey, let's just rock my set that I would have done tonight. Let's let's rock the set I would have rocked tonight. I'll just do that live on the YouTubes for my the set I was gonna rock, and then we'll see if I just do that and then just leave, or maybe I'll continue this into a whole podcast. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, greetings and salutations from Erie, Pennsylvania. My name is PJ Cote. I'm your venerable and affable host with the most over here in Erie, Pennsylvania. A few little gray puffers coming in, but some cumulonimbus or whatever you call them, but we're not worried about it. I'm dressed like Happy Gilmore's caddy today for the Golden Age podcast, and as you can tell from my hat, I'm a full-blooded Tampan. That was gross. Here's my set list. I was not able to rock today, but I felt like it was a good one. I'm going to give it a chance here on TV, and y'all can appreciate it with me. What's up? My name is PJ Cote. If you don't know how that's pronounced, it's Cote, because I just said it. If you don't know how it's spelled, it's pronounced or spelled Cote, C-O-T-E. And it sounds like Kotex. Yeah, growing up, we used to be the Kotex twins from Tampax. It wasn't very cool. But you could call us Cody, or you could call us Cote, because like we figured out finally that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But the only thing you couldn't call us were the Cotes. If you called the house, Dad would get mad. What do you call it for coats? Where's a coat? You might want to check the foyer over on your coat rack by the front door near your mudroom. No coats here, only Coties and Cotes. Okay. And that's one thing about my name. It's got two accent marks. There's a circumflex over the O and an aigu over the E. So fully 50% of my name is encumbered with an accent mark. How fucking pretentious is that? If my name had a mustache, it would be one of those handlebar types with the perfectly round circle edges. I grew up in Tampa, like I said, so I'm not used to the weather and some of the conditions here in Erie. One thing that in Florida you didn't really have were these church bells that were gonging guilt into your ears every 30 minutes or so. And it was like you didn't need a watch to live in Erie. All you need is like, hey, hold on, what time is it? Wait, hold on, let me see how many gongs happened so I know. Okay, was that 7 gongs? Was that 8 gongs? It's not very reliable. But it's just kind of funny that the gongs are always there to like tell you about church. It's like advertising. It's just sound advertising all over the city, right? I started making little songs out of the church bell, little rhythms. This one, I can just, the words I came up to was like, take your ass to church, or you'll go to hell. One time. That was funny. I thought Erie's got kind of a cool culture, but I appreciate that, that so much Catholic guilt floating around even in the air from the sound. Here in Erie, I seen a florist. I saw the name of the florist. I saw a truck, a delivery van for a place called Auburn Florist. Dear Auburn Florist, I hope you never encounter an arsonist with this strong sense of irony. Watch out, Auburn Florist. When I first lived in Erie, I worked at a place called the Country Fair. I'm sure you're familiar with the Country Fair. You get your late night snackage there. And at the Country Fair in Harbor Creek, where I worked, there was a separate counter for the lottery. So dudes would kind of cruise over to the lottery part, and I'd have to tell them to wait while I finished ringing people up at the main register. And this guy rolled up in a wheelchair this one day, and he was waiting to buy some lotto tickets. And you got to really choose like the right verbiage when you say stuff to people. So instead of asking him to wait, I told him to sit tight. Now, if there's a fella in a wheelchair or any person in a wheelchair, you don't want to tell them to sit tight. They're like, hey, yeah, okay, sitting tight right here. Whatever the fuck else can I do? What else can I do other than sit tight, buddy? I've been sitting tight my whole life. Got fucking bed sores from all the sitting. It's a lot of sitting. And where I work, there's a lot going on sometimes. It's hard to pay attention. And I can get distracted easily. But sometimes you just don't even hear things the right way, and you would try to repeat them back and you're completely wrong. Like this guy's trying to leave his name for the message, and I'm like, okay, what's your last name? He's like, Arden. Oh, your last name is Arden? Okay. And then I don't know what happened to my brain, but I was like, okay, how's that spelled? That's spelled K-L-U-M-P. And he was like, what? And I was like, what? I should probably keep my head on a swivel better there at the old workplace. And then this one lady, because like with my job, I have to always like compose myself. I want to make a comment or make a joke, and I can't because I'm supposed to be like professional. And this lady's like, "What's your birthday?" She's like 10-4, and I want to tell her like, "Man, if I had a birthday on 10-4, I'd have a trucker-themed birthday party every year. The cake would be in the shape of an 18-wheeler, and I would get the cab for my cake, and everyone else would have to eat off the box, the 18-wheeler box." And then inside the cake would be like prizes. And then I'd make everyone dress up like truckers, and we'd have CB radios, and we'd have handles for each other. For my 10-4 good buddy party. I wish my birthday was on October 4th so I could have a 10-4 party. But yeah, last week I went to the doctor. He told me I was incontinent. Said I'm incontinent. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. I'm incontinent. I'm in country. I'm in state. I'm in city. I'm in this fucking doctor's office, dipshit. And then I pissed myself. I know what that means. It's a play on words. Yeah, that's what it is. And I had a new bit I was gonna try about British food. It's like British food's not real, right? Like you guys are. The British people have been punking us for 100 years by trying to convince us that that's what they really eat. Oh yeah, we just take these little beans and we put this light gravy on this toast here. I'm like, that's not toast. That's like a tiny slice of bread that has a brown edge. There's no toast involved. Oh, there's not a speck of pepper on there. We just, the beans, we just eat them plain like that in a light gravy. And you got some like sausages that look like grandma's fingers crawling up out of the grave, like gray underboiled sausages. Oh, and then we spit a nice loogie of mashed peas, mushy peas we spit in the corner, bright green monstrosity of like mushy peas. British food's not real. You guys are punking us. You guys eat hamburgers and milkshakes and you drink your beer at room temperature. Or you drink your beer actually cold. I only messed up that last part. Anyway, I listen to a lot of music, but my problem with listening to music is I tend to overthink the lyrics. You know, the lyrics are just meant to like fill space, so like they're not trying to like make them poignant or anything. But the lyrics annoy me. Like this band, remember Wang Chung? Remember Dance Hall Days by Wang Chung? They're like, take your baby by the ears and play upon her darkest fears. I'm like, first of all, don't take your baby by her ears, ever. Don't ever take a baby. Take your baby by the wrist, and in her mouth and amethyst. You'll never take your baby by the wrist. You never do that. That's domestic abuse. You know that. Take your baby by the hair, and hold her close and there. Excuse you. Take your baby by the hair, okay, Mr. Violent, and then you hold her close and there. Now you're consoling her? Fucking gaslighter? That's abuse talk. Wang Chung, I'm calling you out. I hope they retroactively cancel Wang Chung in 2025. Because you don't take your baby by the hair, the ears, or the wrist. You don't put an amethyst in her mouth. You put it on her finger or her neck. Stupid. And then remember grunge music. Everyone liked grunge music. I never caught on. Pearl Jam was like, "This is not for you," and I'm like, "You're right. This isn't for me." Sorry, Pearl Jam. I had an impression that worked really well at the other venue, and so I want to try it here tonight. I had just one impression I want to do tonight, but it's a favorite of mine. This one is foreground werewolf, immediately followed by background werewolf. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, still single, as you can tell by my werewolf impressions. They're really going over well with the ladies. But the tough part about girls is they really expect more of you, right? They expect better of you. Like they want you to do better, okay? They want you to do better than what you're doing. I need you to do better. I need you to do better than what you're doing right now because I'm gonna need a better car, and like at some point we need a mortgage. Oh my God! It's like they just want you to do better. It's like that instinct probably goes way back to like, you know, the caveman days. It's like, okay, like, I like this buffalo that you brought home. Like, it's okay, this buffalo. Now, you've been gone for like 3 weeks. Like, okay, this buffalo is like, it's a little small. I'm not saying it's like, okay, I'm not saying it's like, it's better than nothing, baby. But like, yeah, it's like, is this, I didn't check under the tail. Is this like a buffalette? Is this like a full size, could this be an adolescent buffalo? Like one day I just want to see, man, one day I just want to see you dragging that giraffe, baby. I just want you to be the giraffe man and just bring home that big giraffe and we can just live off the neck for 7 months. For a whole season we just live off the neck, baby. I know you can do it. Let's get this buffalette out of here. But now we gotta like, in relationships now we gotta be like more like open to other people's opinions. Like we can't just expect somebody to think the way we like and politics that we like and music. Like, no, it's like that sucks. I think that's narcissistic when your partner likes everything you like. But it's like compromise is good, right? And you gotta be able to tolerate their weird ideas. Like their shit's weird. These girls like, okay, let me get this straight. And here's your girlfriend. You're trying to figure out how to get along. He's like, let me get this straight. Let me understand this. So you want to create a cross-stitched and crochet-bodied fingers and body parts with red yarn for blood coming off of them and sell them to your fellow true crime enthusiasts on your Etsy page. Cool, cool. I'm gonna go skateboarding. Got my varial heel flips back. Find a compromise, you know? Find some happy middle, happy medium. I don't know if I can be in a relationship because I have too much shit I have to explain. Like the girl comes over and I'm like, is it okay that I still blow my snot rockets into the kitchen sink? And then she'll walk into the pantry or into the butter thing and she'll be like, why are there bite marks in the butter? I'm like, and she'll be like, is that like a unit of measure? Like, was this part of a meal that you prepared for others? I'm like, I'm gonna go skateboarding. Get my varial heel flips back. I'm working on those. But yeah, I wanted to. Sometimes, I just like to think about the wondrousness of the world. Like how many amazing simultaneous things are happening right now in this world. Like someone's finding love, someone's getting divorced. It's like right here in this very town, at this very moment, a fat bitch named Bertha just bought some douche. And meanwhile, simultaneously, on the other side of this exact same city, a dirty crackhead just fucked a watermelon for the 4th time. And he swore on everything that was holy he would only do it those 3 times. All in one town. What a wondrous place we live in. And so I try to eat healthy, but I can't. I don't. I'm like a overgrown teenager, basically. And one of my favorite meals is this malto meal stuff that's like the knockoff Fruity Pebbles. I call them fruit shingles. You ever have the malto meal? It comes in like a 6-pound bindle bag. You tie a stick to it like a runaway shoeless child, and you run away from home with a bindle of rainbow cereal. I call them fruit shingles because it looks like that shit that washes off your roof after a hard rain, only the rainbow colored, you know? I've been eating so much of this stuff that it's like starting to like make my poop rainbow colored. It's like I got LGBTQIA plus left right up down BA select start poops now. It's like my poops are so gay when they come out. They realize that they're inside of a butthole or coming out of a butthole, and they get all turned on and want to go back in. So my gay rainbow poop is trying to penetrate me again. Long story short, I'm constipated. Try some of the malto meal. If you're a runaway, just bindle it up and bounce. And I'll leave you with a few more here. Got any undercover cops in the house? Any undercover cops in the audience? No? Of course you wouldn't give yourself away anyway if you were, right? But it's funny for the undercover cops. If you were one, then I could say something to you, give you a nice little tip. I can give you a little inside little loophole. I know you guys love the loopholes. Give you a little loophole. If you're an undercover cop and you want to, you know, because this is based on the premise that, like, in the movies, like, if you're an undercover cop, you have to tell me, right? You have to reveal that, right, dude? Like, I don't know if that's true, but maybe it is. But if you're a cop, the first thing you do when you see your mark, you walk up to you and go, hey, police to meet you. Hey, Jimmy Robles, police to meet you. And you're covered, right? Your wire reveals it all. You said it right from the jump. If they're Hispanic, though, it's different. If you're, like, infiltrating MI3 or whatever, MS-13, whatever, I don't know, I don't know. You got to go to one of their Christmas parties, right? That's how you sit up and you walk into the Christmas party and you go, hey, Police Navidad, good to see you. Yeah, Police Navidad to you, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Police, yeah, Navidad. Yeah, that's cool. And like sometimes I get frustrated in this world. Like sometimes I feel like, you know, things aren't working out the way I want them. You know, maybe I don't have the blessings I need very much today. Like, hey, where's my blessings today? Sometimes I'm feeling like, you know, neglected. And sometimes I get frustrated and kind of yell at my creator, whoever she is up there. Like, screw you, God. Where's my blessings today? I'm so lonely. How come I haven't met the right one? What the hell? You know, everyone else has got happiness. Everyone else has got love and holding hands and, you know, where's mine? And ever since Norm Macdonald died, I think he's taken over as the voice of God. Like, hey, hold on, back up, I got this guy. And he walks up to me, like, as soon as I start yelling at God, Norm steps in. I'm like, God, come on, what's wrong? How come I can't find the right girls? Then Norm's like, hey, what are you talking about, guy? What about all those fat girls I sent you, huh? What about that long, uninterrupted, decades-long string of fat women I just sent you? You weren't interested in any of those? What gives, huh? He's right, though. I could have settled. I didn't. Thanks, Norm. Norm lives in my dreams. He's the god of my dreams, Norm Macdonald. And last week I took a call off. I take call off so I can live vicariously through other people when they call off from their jobs. And this guy calls off for his job, and I'm like, what's your name? He's like, Guy Bowling. I'm like, okay, Guy Bowling. This is pretty cool. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if you're a person named Guy Bowling, like, as soon as you become aware of what, like, bowling is, you realize, like, you're set for some choices in this life. If, like, you really want to live up to your full comedic potential of irony or whatever it is, like, you take up bowling. You're Guy Bowling. But no, I have a feeling, like, that's too easy. That's low-hanging fruit. I guarantee you, Guy Bowling is doing everything he can to not be a bowler. He's like Guy Archery. He's like Guy Fish Tank Construction Guy. He's Guy anything but bowling is basically what I'm saying. Like, you have to go all in. But, you know, like, that's what you should do. Like, that's your calling. The universe is telling you to be Guy Bowling. Be fucking Guy Bowling. Don't be Guy Surfing. You know you want to just do anything but bowl, Guy. Guy, if you're hearing me right now, if you ever hear this comedy act in the whole world, Go fucking bowling. We need you. The world of bowling, the world of comedy, the world of everything needs guy bowling to be a guy bowling. Like, don't like go the opposite direction and get into porn and now call yourself guy fucking. But that would be a good porn name, actually. His name's Guy Fucking. He's been getting a lot of work lately. I mean, he really lives up to his name, his reputation. If I get into porn, I'm just gonna call myself Guy Fucking in honor of Guy Bowling. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go here, but I want to leave you a little story. And you know, stories, they may not be jokes, right? But there's a good chance they're funny. So I'm going to leave you a little story. As you can tell, I spent a lot of my life with this little one right here. This is Bella Ace. I do bring her on stage when I do comedy, and I only have like one dog joke. And like when I try to bury her poop, sometimes I won't use a piece of plastic, or I'll cover it with a piece of bark. I'm like, damn, Bella, that joke didn't land. The reception for that joke was rough. Maybe next time instead of bark, we'll get a piece of leaf and we'll just leave it alone, huh? What do you think? Anyway, this is Bella Ace, and I'm not a prop comedian, but she does come with me in all my sojourns of life. But because I do carry her with me everywhere, I often get stories from other people comparing some other pet that they carried around with them unnecessarily, like I do. And usually it's like another dog, but sometimes it's a cat, or sometimes it's something even more exotic. I was at my mechanic, and I met this guy, and he goes, oh yeah, I used to have a pet like that I carried around with me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Was it like a snake or a ferret or something? Or, you know. He's like, no, it was one of those hermit crabs. You know, it's got the little claw on one, and the other side he's got the big beefy claw on the other. He's skitters to the left and right. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, I got this. This was 1985, right? And I got Bookman the crab. Like, Bookman? Excuse me, Bookman? So, yeah, Bookman. You named your hermit crab after the superintendent from What's Happening Now. That's a deep cut. I can get behind that. So he's like, yeah, me and Bookman, we went everywhere together. We were the best of friends. I'm like, I'm sure you were. And so he goes, well, you know, this was the 80s, so we were heavily into cocaine. I'm like, I'm sure you were. Like, what do you mean? And we both, I'm like, what do you mean we both? You got your, you and your crab? Oh yeah. I got my hermit crab. I got Bookman addicted to cocaine along with me. I'm like, you did that? That's something you did? I'm like, okay, now we have a story. Thank you for writing a joke for me. I'm like, well, what'd you do? He's like, we just go to parties, and I'd bring my little terrarium with a little red top and carry it around. I had a little piece of some sand and a couple of seashells in there, a little twig, and he'd skitter around. I was like, how did you discover you liked cocaine? He's like, well, one day I was doing a bump, and he came over, and he looked like he really wanted some, so I took a little bump, and I put it on top of his little claw, and he snortled it up. And then we were partying together. He was skittering around in his little thing. I let him run loose that day. He was a free-range crab that day. I'm like, that's cool. Well, how does this story end? Because I can't imagine it can end well. He's like, nope, didn't end well. I'm like, nope, of course not. What happened? What was the fate of Bookman? Like, one day I think I did a little too much cocaine. I kind of passed out. And when I woke up, Bookman had escaped from his terrarium, and he crawled over to my open Ziploc baggie full of cocaine and crawled into a swimming pool of cocaine like Scrooge McDuck in the pot of money. And he must have done too much cocaine, because when I woke up from being passed out, I looked in there. He was all spread out, passed out, OD'd in my bag of coke. So he woke up to an open bag of cocaine with an OD'd hermit crab named Bookman laid out with his claw powdered up. Poor Bookman. If you guys, if it's okay with y'all, I'd like to propose a brief moment of silence for Bookman the cocaine addicted crab in 1985. If we could. Salute, gentlemen, to Bookman. All right, you know what? Methinks I've done all my comedies. Do I have any other jokes? Have any other jokes? Anything left? Anything left? Anything left? Anything left? Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing. Anyway, that's my time. My name is PJ Cote, and this is 25 Minutes of Excellence. brought to you by the venue I was supposed to do comedy tonight not showing up. So I guess I wouldn't have been able to do all those jokes because they're only giving me like maybe 8 minutes. But you know what? We're going to call it from here. My name is PJ Cote, and this is the Golden Age Comedy Cast where I did a stand-up act. And PJ Cote's 25 minutes comedy special that can allow for commercial cast capacity. You may re-edit me thusly, and I'm gonna go get some chicken tendies because that's what I'm about. And for Bella Ace, my name is PJ Cote, saying thank you for your tolerance of my comedy musings. Much love. Fuck all y'all.